Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and we have a very fun lesson for you today.
That's right. We're going to talk about toys. So we're going to actually take a look at a lot of different types of toys, and we're going to be listening to a couple of commercials.
That's right. So we've got two children who are watching TV, and they're listening to a number of different commercials. So we're going to learn about some of these very popular products in a moment. Let's first listen to our dialogue.
SpongeBob SquarePants will be right back after these brief messages. What's that on the horizon? A pirate ship. Raid villages and find buried treasure with this new Pirates Lego set. Build a ship and decide who rules the sea. Arr!
Cool!
The new Play-Doh Sparkling Brights Precious Gem Press. Make large, colorful gems for you and your friends with 5 special molds. Comes with the new Sparkling Brights Play-Doh compound in 4 new colors. Treasure chest sold separately.
Wow, Mommy! Can I get that for my birthday?
Wolverine, Jean Grey, Rogue, and Professor X. Collect all 4 of these special edition collectible X-Men action figures and decide the future of the mutants in our world.
No way! I want Professor X!
The new Collector's Edition Nursery Rhymes Porcelain Dolls. Little Bo Peep comes with her own sheep and staff. Her clothes are made with the finest fabrics and real Italian lace, and her face has been hand-painted by our finest artists. Only $199.
Ooh, she's pretty! I've never had a porcelain doll before. I doubt Mom and Dad will get you that for your birthday. She costs a pretty penny. Plus, you'd most likely break her.
What is better than a board? What is better than one board game? 3 board games in one. Enjoy playing chess and checkers on this side of the board. But if you're looking for some more fun, flip it and play the classic game of Sorry.
That's ingenious! Why hasn't anyone thought of that before?
Now you can take SpongeBob SquarePants wherever you go with the new SpongeBob SquarePants glow-in-the-dark yo-yo. And now, back to our show.
All right, we're back. So a lot of great toys, and actually it's very popular that while maybe you're watching cartoons, you get a lot of these commercials that are selling you all types of toys.
Absolutely, because normally children watch cartoons and children like toys, so it makes sense.
Exactly. So why don't we take a look at 6 keywords that we have for you on language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Okay, Marco, so what's the first word we're looking at here today?
All right, we have actually a brand, a very famous type of toy. They're called Legos.
Legos. So Legos. So Legos are basically little pieces that you put together to build things.
Yeah, they're like little blocks.
Okay, so when you see them, they don't look like anything.
Yeah.
But as a child, you get to create anything you want.
Mm-hmm. So Legos have become very famous. They have like special types that you can recreate, maybe a spaceship from Star Wars, a pirate ship, a lot of different types now.
Okay, so the one in today's commercial is pirate Legos. So they're building a pirate ship.
Exactly, Legos. All right. And the next toy that we have is also a proper noun. It's a brand, and it's called Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. Okay, so play, like playing with something, playing basketball. But Play-Doh is...
It's like clay, right?
It's like clay, but it's made out of flour, I think, and you can shape it into anything you want. So when I was little, I used to make Play-Doh animals. You know, you could make a ball, and then you make another ball, and then all of a sudden you have a cow.
Right. So it's a very soft texture type of a material that you can mold. You can give it different shapes. And that's what we call Play-Doh. Obviously, as you say, it's safe for children. I think it's made out of some flour,
salt and flour.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of children sometimes eat this, so it's pretty safe for kids.
Right. So yeah, that's Play-Doh. It's a proper noun, and I guess everyone just calls it Play-Doh. So this is the toy that we're talking about. Now, moving on, we are talking about the X-Men, Wolverine, Jean Grey, Rogue, Professor X, and all of these come in little statues that we call action figures.
All right, so what you're talking about here are obviously the X-Men, Marco. And X-Men, there are many different kinds of X-Men. You have, like you said, Wolverine, who's maybe one of the most famous, and Rogue. But When you collect these little statues, these little dolls, they're called action figures. So a figure is like a kind of doll.
Right. So the X-Men is just an example. You have action figures of all sorts of cartoons or movies. Star Wars action figures are very popular.
Right, or G.I. Joe action figures are very popular as well.
That's right. So they're little toy statues that children play with. All right, moving on. Now we have an adjective, a way to describe the X-Men.
That's right. So the X-Men, as you know, are not normal people. They have special powers. Some X-Men can fly. Wolverine has animal abilities. He can use his long claws. So these are mutants. That means that they were humans, but something changed in them, and it makes them have these special powers.
Okay. So a mutant is maybe a person that has special powers, like as you say, Wolverine and all these types of X-Men. But I guess taking maybe a look at the verb mutate, that means
To change.
to change, right?
Okay, so to mutate is to change. So we could say, I found a frog that had 3 legs.
Okay.
So it clearly mutated because normally frogs have like 4 legs.
Exactly. You see that sometimes with chickens that maybe have 2 heads or something like this.
These are mutants.
Okay.
They have mutated.
Okay, very good. And now moving on to our dolls. They were talking about these beautiful porcelain dolls.
Okay, so let's talk about porcelain because I think everyone knows what a doll is, but porcelain is a special kind of doll, right?
Right, it's a material. And usually you can find this material very commonly in your plates.
All right, so it's not clear, it's not glass.
No.
It's colored, it's normally whitish, and very, very fine, very pretty.
So you call it porcelain. I guess it's a type of ceramic, right?
That's right.
Okay. So yeah, you have porcelain dolls. Many people also have very fine china that you call it, like dinner plates.
Or teacups.
Or teacups, and those are usually made of porcelain. All right, and finally, they were talking about a game that has 3 games in one, and one of the kids said, wow, that's ingenious.
Ingenious. This is a great word. Makes you sound really fluent. So ingenious basically means clever.
Right.
It's a really good idea.
It's very a clever, good idea, yeah. So if something is ingenious, it's just, wow, it's very creative.
For example, I have a pair of gloves, but on the fingers, sometimes I can pull a cover over them and they turn into mittens. All right? I think it's ingenious.
You have
because
gloves and mittens.
I have gloves and mittens all the time.
All right. So a lot of interesting words there, a lot of specific toys and particularly brands that you may or may not know. But why don't we go back and listen to the dialogue again, and we'll be back with Fluency Builder. SpongeBob SquarePants will be right back after these brief messages. What's that on the horizon? A pirate ship! Raid villages and find buried treasure with this new Pirates Lego set. Build the ship and decide who rules the sea. Arr!
Cool! The new Play-Doh Sparkling Brights Precious Gem Press. Make large, colorful gems for you and your friends with 5 special molds. Comes with the new Sparkling Brights Play-Doh compound in 4 new colors. Treasure chest sold separately.
Wow, Mommy! Can I get that for my birthday? Wolverine, Jean Grey, Rogue, and Professor X. Collect all 4 of these special edition collectible X-Men action figures and decide the future of the mutants in our world.
No way! I want Professor X! The new Collector's Edition Nursery Rhymes Porcelain Dolls. Little Bo Peep comes with her own sheep and staff. Her clothes are made with the finest fabrics and real Italian lace, and her face has been hand-painted by our finest artists. Only $199. Ooh, she's pretty. I've never had a porcelain doll before.
I doubt Mom and Dad will get you that for your birthday. She costs a pretty penny. Plus, you'd most likely break her. What is better than a board?
What is better than one board game? 3 board games in one. Enjoy playing chess and checkers on this side of the board. But if you're looking for some more fun, flip it and play the classic game of Sorry.
That's ingenious! Why hasn't anyone thought of that before? Now you can take SpongeBob SquarePants wherever you go with the new SpongeBob SquarePants glow-in-the-dark yo-yo. And now, back to our show.
Okay, so the first phrase here in Fluency Builder is a really important one for anyone who's buying anything because you often see this phrase on packages or you hear it in commercials.
Right. As you saw in the Play-Doh commercial, the guy said, treasure chest sold separately.
Okay, sold separately. That means the treasure chest is not included. You have to buy it extra.
As you say, you usually see it in packaging as well. Maybe you buy a toy car, and at the bottom it will say batteries sold separately.
That means there are no batteries in the box. You have to buy batteries extra.
Exactly. So that's what the phrase sold separately means. It indicates that it's not included in the product that you are buying. All right, now moving on again to the action figures and the dolls. We saw this very interesting way of describing them. For example, the action figure said, special edition collectible X-Men action figures.
Okay, special edition. This is really important, and it's very common, I think, with special toys or action figures or even baseball cards. Special edition means that they're produced specially on one occasion, at one time. They're not always produced.
Right. So, for example, if you have, like you say, baseball cards or maybe action figures, they're produced normally, but then a limited amount, a special type of the same action figure will be produced. So that's a special edition, or also commonly known as a collector's edition.
All right. So some people collect stamps, stamps for letters that you send. And I know many countries like America offer special edition or collector's edition stamps. These are produced once, and usually they mark a special occasion. Like the Olympics in 1996, we had special edition stamps.
Right. So these special edition objects are usually not used. They're for collectors, like the name says, right? Collector's edition.
Right. So you plan to sell them later on, or you collect them for yourself. They're not normal.
Right. They usually go up in value because they're very limited.
That's right.
Okay. So collector's edition, special edition. And now when they were talking about the porcelain dolls as well, it's pretty expensive, right? Almost $200.
That's a really expensive doll.
And so one of the kids said, you know what? I think mom and dad won't buy you that because it costs a pretty penny.
A pretty penny. This does not mean that the penny is beautiful.
Right. A penny is a 1-cent coin in the
That's
United
right.
States.
That means it's very, very low in value, the coin. But a pretty penny is actually the opposite. It means it's very expensive.
So how would you use this in another example?
I've always wanted to buy a Ferrari, but man, Ferraris cost a pretty penny.
Okay. So you have to add the word cost before you say pretty penny, right?
That's right. You can't say it is a pretty penny. You have to say it costs a pretty penny or...
It's worth a pretty penny.
Exactly. It's worth a pretty penny.
Okay. Very good. And for our last phrase, I think this one is a very good phrase because it describes a lot of different toys that glow in the dark. Glow in the dark toys.
Okay, so something that glows in the dark, the verb here is to glow, means that it can be seen even when it's dark. Okay?
Right.
So, for example, when I turn the lights off and I can see this yo-yo in my room, that means it's glow in the dark. It has light even in the dark.
Right, so there are a lot of different toys and things like this. Usually glow in the dark toys, they have a green glow, right? They look
That's
green
right.
in the dark.
I used to have stars. So they were stickers, star stickers, and I put them on my ceiling so that when I was in bed, I could look at them, and they were glow in the dark. So when the lights were off, I still had stars.
You can still see them, right? So yeah, glow in the dark. It's a way of describing an item, an object that you are able to see in the dark. All right, so that's all we have for you on language. All right, so that's all we have for you on Fluency Builder. Why don't we go back, listen to the dialogue one last time, and we'll be back to talk some more.
SpongeBob SquarePants will be right back after these brief messages. What's that on the horizon? A pirate ship. Raid villages and find buried treasure with these new Pirates Lego set. Build the ship and decide who rules the sea. Arr!
Cool!
The new Play-Doh Sparkling Brights Precious Gem Press. Make large, colorful gems for you and your friends with 5 special molds. Comes with the new Sparkling Brights Play-Doh compound in 4 new colors. Treasure chest sold separately.
Wow, Mommy! Can I get that for my birthday?
Wolverine, Jean Grey, Rogue, and Professor X. Collect all 4 of these special edition collectible X-Men action figures and decide the future of the mutants in our world.
No way! I want Professor X!
The new collector's edition nursery rhymes porcelain dolls. Little Bo Peep comes with her own sheep and staff. Her clothes are made with the finest fabrics and real Italian lace, and her face has been hand-painted by our finest artists. Only $199.
Ooh, she's pretty! I've never had a porcelain doll before. I doubt Mom and Dad will get you that for your birthday. She costs a pretty penny. Plus, you'd most likely break her.
What is better than a board? What is better than 1 board game? 3 board games in 1. Enjoy playing chess and checkers on this side of the board. But if you're looking for some more fun, flip it and play the classic game of Sorry.
That's ingenious! Why hasn't anyone thought of that before?
Now you can take SpongeBob SquarePants wherever you go with the new SpongeBob SquarePants glow-in-the-dark yo-yo. And now, back to our show.
All right, so talking about toys, these are really interesting toys. Are there any specific toys that you had when you were growing up or that you really, really liked?
I had an amazing Brio train set. Okay, this is when I was young, and a train set is basically like Legos with trains. So you build a track, and you push the train around the track. And so I used to have a track that was as big as the living room. And my challenge, my goal was to use every single piece.
Wow.
Which is very hard because some pieces don't fit with other pieces. And so that was my favorite toy because I got to be very creative.
And then you would turn on the train and it would go away.
It wasn't electric.
Oh, it wasn't
so
electric.
I had to push it myself.
Ah, okay.
What was your favorite toy?
Actually, when I was growing up, I used to collect little toy cars. I had a
Surprise.
lot of... I used to have a lot of little toy cars, and I even had a little special, I don't know, like a box for them so I could see them. And then as time went on, I got to collect the scale cars, the ones that are 1 to 10, 1 to 4.
Did you build them or did you buy them made?
No, usually I bought them made. I actually tried the whole building model cars, model airplanes, but it's so hard.
Very hard. Even adults have a hard time with that.
It's very difficult. So I don't know what type of kid actually does that when they're growing up. But yeah, so many toys out there. So many people collect them, play with them. You have childhood toys that you're very fond of. So that's what we want to know. What type of toy did you grow up with? What did you like to play with when you were a kid?
Or if you have kids, what toys do your kids like? Because we're not too familiar with toys these days. We'd be curious to hear about those.
That's right.
Toys. Toys are fun and important for children, and even for some adults. They come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. Some toys are soft and cuddly, like teddy bears, while others are hard and made of plastic, like building blocks. Many children love to play with dolls, cars, and action figures. There are also puzzles and board games that help people think and solve problems. Some toys move, make sounds, or light up. Others are simple, like a ball or a skipping rope. Toys are not just for fun. They also help people learn new things. When children play with toys, they can practice talking, counting, and understanding how things work. For example, playing with building blocks helps with shapes and balance. Pretending with dolls or toy kitchens helps children use their imagination and practice everyday life skills. Toys can also help children share and play together. Different toys are popular in different places. In some countries, children like playing with toy trains, while in others, kites are very popular. Some toys are very old, like wooden spinning tops, while others are new and use technology, like remote-controlled cars. No matter the toy, they all bring joy and help people learn while having fun. Different types of toys and how they are used. Toys come in many different types, and each type has a unique way of bringing joy and learning. Some toys are made to be soft and comforting. Stuffed animals, like teddy bears, are a favorite for many children. They are soft to touch and easy to hug. Some children sleep with their favorite stuffed animal because it makes them feel safe and happy. There are also dolls, which come in many shapes and sizes. Some dolls look like babies, and children enjoy pretending to take care of them. Other dolls are designed to look like people with different jobs, like doctors or teachers. Children often use their imagination while playing with dolls, creating stories and adventures. This type of play helps children develop social skills and creativity. Building toys are also very popular. Toys like blocks and construction sets let children create towers, houses, and other structures. Some building toys use simple wooden blocks, while others have plastic pieces that fit together. Playing with these toys helps children learn about shapes, sizes, and balance. It also helps improve their hand-eye coordination and problem-solving skills. Some children like to follow instructions to build something specific, while others enjoy creating their own designs. Both ways of playing help children think carefully and be patient. There are also toys that encourage physical activity. Balls, jump ropes, and toy bicycles help children stay active and healthy. Playing outside with these toys allows children to run, jump, and develop strong muscles. Sports toys, like soccer balls, basketballs, and frisbees, encourage teamwork and cooperation. When children play games with these toys, they learn to follow rules, take turns, and work together with others. Outdoor toys such as kites or water guns are often popular during warm weather and provide hours of fun. Some toys are designed to make children think and solve problems. Puzzles are a great example of this type of toy. Puzzles come in many forms, from simple wooden puzzles with large pieces to complex jigsaw puzzles with hundreds of pieces. When children work on puzzles, they practice focusing, recognizing patterns, and improving their memory. Board games are also a type of toy that involves thinking and strategy. Games like chess, checkers, and memory games help children plan their moves and think ahead. These toys not only entertain, but also strengthen the brain and help develop important thinking skills. Technology has introduced new kinds of toys that are very exciting. Electronic toys, such as remote-controlled cars, talking dolls, and tablets with learning games, offer interactive experiences. Many electronic toys can play music, light up, or even speak in different languages. Some toys teach numbers, letters, and words in a fun and engaging way. Video games are another popular type of toy that uses technology. While some video games are for entertainment, others are educational and can teach math, reading, or problem solving. However, it is important for children to balance time with electronic toys and other kinds of play to stay healthy and active. Creative toys allow children to express themselves through art and imagination. Art supplies, like crayons, markers, and modeling clay, give children the tools to draw, paint, and build. Craft kits let children make jewelry, design models, or create paper crafts. Musical toys, such as toy pianos, drums, and guitars, encourage children to explore sounds and rhythms. These toys help children develop their creativity, fine motor skills, and self-expression. Some toys are designed to look and feel like real-life tools and objects. Toy kitchens, tool sets, and doctor kits let children pretend to cook, fix things, or take care of patients. This type of pretend play helps children understand how the world works and prepares them for real-life tasks. By using these toys, children practice communication and problem-solving while having fun. No matter the type, toys are an essential part of growing up. They entertain, teach, and inspire creativity. Different toys offer different benefits, and having a variety of toys helps children develop many skills. Whether it is a simple ball, a challenging puzzle, or a high-tech robot, each toy has a special way of helping children learn and enjoy their world. The history and evolution of toys. Toys have been a part of human life for thousands of years. People of all cultures and ages have always found ways to play and have fun. The toys we know today are very different from those in the past, but the basic idea remains the same. Toys bring joy, help people learn, and encourage imagination. As society changes, so do the toys that children play with. The history and evolution of toys show how human creativity and technology have developed over time. In ancient times, toys were simple and made from natural materials. Archaeologists have found toy dolls, animal figures, and small carts that are thousands of years old. In ancient Egypt, children played with dolls made of wood, clay, and fabric. Some of these dolls had hair made from string or beads. In ancient Greece and Rome, children played with balls, wooden horses, and small figures made of stone or clay. These toys were handmade and did not have the bright colors or advanced designs we see today. Despite their simplicity, these ancient toys gave children a way to use their imagination and practice skills for adult life. During the Middle Ages, toys continued to be simple, but were often made by hand. Wooden toys were common during this time. Children played with wooden swords, dolls, and small animals carved from wood. Wealthier families could afford more detailed toys, while poorer families made their own toys from materials like cloth and wood. Spinning tops and marbles were also popular during this period. These toys did not require much to make, but could provide hours of entertainment. In some cultures, children played with toy soldiers, preparing them for adult roles in society. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries changed the world of toys forever. With new machines and factories, toys could be produced faster and in larger quantities. This meant that more families could afford to buy toys and new designs became possible. Tin soldiers, rocking horses, and mechanical toys became popular during this time. Dolls also changed during this period. Instead of being handmade from cloth or wood, they were now produced using porcelain and wax, making them more lifelike. Board games also became more common during the 19th century. These games were designed to teach lessons about geography, history, and good behavior while providing fun for the whole family. The 20th century brought even greater changes to the world of toys. With new materials like plastic and rubber, toy makers could create brighter, cheaper, and more durable toys. The invention of plastic was especially important because it allowed mass production of toys in many shapes and sizes. Classic toys like Lego bricks, Barbie dolls, and model cars became popular worldwide. In the 1950s and 1960s, toys based on popular television shows and movies also became common. Children could play with figures of their favorite heroes and imagine new adventures. This period also introduced educational toys like building sets and science kits, which combined learning with play. As technology advanced, electronic toys became a major part of childhood. In the late 20th century, video games changed how children played. The first video game systems were simple, with basic graphics and sounds, but they quickly became more advanced. Handheld gaming devices allowed children to play anywhere. At the same time, other electronic toys appeared, including talking dolls, interactive learning games, and remote-controlled cars. These toys made playtime more exciting and offered new ways to learn. The 21st century has brought even more changes to the world of toys. Today, many toys are connected to the internet and can interact with children in real time. Smart toys use artificial intelligence to respond to a child's voice, answer questions, and even play games. Virtual reality toys let children enter digital worlds and experience new adventures. Despite these technological advances, traditional toys like puzzles, dolls, and board games remain popular. Many families appreciate these classic toys because they encourage creativity, imagination, and face-to-face interaction. Throughout history, toys have reflected the values and interests of society. In the past, toys often prepared children for adult responsibilities, like farming, cooking, or fighting. Today, toys focus on creativity, problem-solving, and technology. Many toys are designed to be educational. helping children learn science, math, and language skills. Other toys are created simply for fun and entertainment. As the world continues to change, toys will also evolve. New materials and technologies will create even more exciting and interactive toys. However, one thing will remain the same: the joy that toys bring to children and the important role they play in learning and development, whether ancient or modern, simple or high-tech. Toys have always been and will continue to be a special part of human life. The role of toys in child development. Toys play a significant role in helping children grow and develop important skills. While they may seem like simple objects for fun, toys are powerful tools that shape a child's physical, mental, emotional, and social development. From a baby's first rattle to a teenager's complex building set, each toy helps children explore the world, practice new abilities, and express their imagination. The role of toys in child development is both broad and deep, influencing many areas of a child's life as they grow. One of the most important ways toys help children is by supporting physical development. Many toys encourage movement and improve coordination. For babies, simple toys like rattles and soft blocks help them develop their sense of touch and hand-eye coordination. As they reach for and grasp these toys, they strengthen their small muscles. As children grow older, toys like balls, bicycles, and jump ropes promote large muscle movements and overall physical fitness. Outdoor toys, such as kites, hula hoops, and climbing sets, encourage running, jumping, and balance. These activities are important for building strong muscles, improving coordination, and developing fine and gross motor skills. Physical play with toys also helps children develop healthy habits that can last a lifetime. Toys are also essential for cognitive development, which involves thinking, problem-solving, and understanding the world. Educational toys like puzzles, shape sorters, and building blocks challenge children to think critically and solve problems. For example, when a child completes a jigsaw puzzle, they learn to recognize patterns, shapes, and spatial relationships. Toys that involve counting, matching, or sorting help children practice basic math skills. Construction Even simple toys like stacking rings teach important concepts such as size, order, and color recognition. By playing with these toys, children strengthen their memory, improve concentration, and develop the ability to solve problems on their own. Language development is another area where toys play a crucial role. Many toys encourage children to use and understand language. Dolls, action figures, and play sets allow children to create stories, practice conversation, and expand their vocabulary. For example, when children play with a toy kitchen, they may pretend to cook a meal and use words related to food, cooking, and daily routines. Electronic toys that speak or sing introduce new words, phrases, and even different languages. Board games often require players to follow instructions, read cards, or ask questions, all of which improve communication skills. Pretend play with toys also helps children express their thoughts and emotions, leading to better social and emotional understanding. Emotionally, toys provide comfort and help children express their feelings. Soft toys, like teddy bears and stuffed animals, often become a source of security for young children. When a child feels scared, sad, or lonely, hugging a favorite stuffed animal can bring comfort. Dolls and figures allow children to act out real-life situations, which helps them process emotions and understand the world around them. For example, a child might play with a doctor's kit to understand a recent visit to the hospital. Art supplies, such as crayons, markers, and modeling clay, give children an outlet to express their emotions through creative work. By using toys to process feelings, children learn how to manage emotions in healthy ways. Social development is also supported by toys. especially those that encourage interaction with others. Board games, card games, and team-based toys teach children how to cooperate, take turns, and follow rules. These experiences help children develop important social skills, such as sharing, patience, and understanding fairness. Playing with others also encourages communication and teamwork. For example, when children build a structure together using blocks, they must discuss their ideas, listen to each other, and solve problems as a team. Role-playing toys such as dress-up costumes or toy kitchens allow children to imagine themselves in different roles and understand different perspectives. These experiences teach empathy and help children build friendships. Toys can also foster independence and confidence. When children play with toys on their own, they practice decision-making and develop a sense of responsibility. Simple tasks, such as building a tower or dressing a doll, give children a feeling of accomplishment. When children solve a puzzle or complete a project without help, they build confidence in their abilities. Toys that allow open-ended play, such as building blocks, art supplies, and pretend play sets, encourage children to explore their interests and make their own choices. This type of independent play helps children develop creativity and problem-solving skills that will benefit them throughout life. The type of toys children play with can influence their interests and future skills. For example, science kits and building sets may inspire a child to explore science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, STEM. Art supplies and musical instruments can encourage creativity and an appreciation for the arts. Toys that represent real-world tools, such as toy cash registers or doctor kits, introduce children to different careers and life experiences. Exposure to a variety of toys allows children to explore their passions and discover new talents. As children grow older, the role of toys changes, but their importance remains. For younger children, toys are often simple and focused on sensory exploration and motor skills. For older children, toys become more complex, requiring advanced thinking, teamwork, and creativity. Toys also reflect the cultural values of society. In some cultures, toys emphasize teamwork and cooperation, while in others, toys promote independence and problem-solving. In modern times, digital and electronic toys have added new dimensions to child development. Interactive toys and video games can teach math, reading, and problem-solving. Some toys use artificial intelligence to respond to children's voices and provide personalized learning experiences. While these toys offer exciting new opportunities for learning, it is still important for children to have time with traditional toys that promote hands-on play and imagination. In conclusion, toys play a critical role in child development by supporting physical, cognitive, emotional, and social growth. Through play, children learn important life skills, build confidence, and explore the world around them. Whether simple or advanced, toys provide endless opportunities for learning, creativity, and joy. By providing children with a variety of toys and encouraging different types of play, parents and caregivers can help children grow into curious, capable, and well-rounded individuals. The influence of toys on culture and society. Toys are more than just objects for play. They reflect and shape the culture and values of society. Throughout history, toys have not only entertained, but also taught children about the world around them. They reflect the beliefs, traditions, and technologies of the time in which they are created. As society changes, toys also evolve, revealing what is important to different cultures at different times. Toys can shape the way children see themselves, understand others, and imagine their future. The influence of toys on culture and society is deep and far-reaching, touching areas like gender roles, education, technology, and even global communication. One important way that toys reflect and shape society is through the messages they send about gender roles. For many years, toys were often divided by gender. Dolls, kitchen sets, and beauty kits were usually made for girls, while cars, building sets, and action figures were targeted toward boys. These toys encouraged children to imagine themselves in traditional roles. Girls were expected to care for the home and family, while boys were encouraged to explore, build, and be strong. This division in toys reinforced cultural ideas about what men and women could or should do. However, in recent years, society has started to challenge these stereotypes. Many toy companies now produce gender-neutral toys that encourage all children to explore a variety of interests. For example, building sets and science kits are marketed to both boys and girls, encouraging creativity and curiosity in everyone. This shift reflects a broader change in society, where people are challenging traditional gender roles and promoting equality. As a result, many new toys are designed to teach children these skills from a young age. Coding toys, robotics kits, and science experiments encourage children to think critically and engage with new technology. These toys reflect the increasing importance of technology in modern life and help prepare children for the future workforce. In some cultures, educational toys are highly valued because they are seen as a way to give children a better future. By playing with educational toys, children not only have fun, but also gain skills that will help them succeed in life. Another way that toys influence society is by reflecting and spreading cultural stories and values. Many toys are based on popular movies, books, and television shows. These toys allow children to interact with characters and stories that are important to their culture. For example, superhero action figures encourage ideas of bravery, justice, and helping others. Toys based on famous characters often teach moral lessons or reflect cultural values. Toys also spread cultural ideas across borders. A child in one country may play with a toy inspired by a television show from another country, introducing them to new ideas and ways of life. This global exchange of toys helps children learn about and appreciate other cultures. However, some people worry that popular toys from large companies can reduce cultural diversity. When the same toys are sold everywhere, local traditions and handmade toys may be forgotten. Technology has also changed how toys shape culture. Modern electronic toys often connect to the internet, allowing children to interact with virtual worlds and other players around the globe. Video games and digital toys allow children to explore imaginary spaces, solve complex problems, and learn new skills. Some toys are powered by artificial intelligence and can respond to a child's voice, providing personalized experiences. While these innovations create exciting new possibilities, they also raise concerns about screen time and privacy. Many parents and educators worry that too much time spent with digital toys may reduce physical activity and face-to-face communication. As technology continues to advance, society must find a balance between the benefits of digital play and the importance of traditional, hands-on play. Toys can also influence how children see themselves and imagine their future. Representation in toys is important because it helps children feel included and valued. In the past, many dolls and action figures only reflected a narrow view of beauty and identity. Today, there's a growing movement to make toys more inclusive. Toy companies now create dolls with different skin colors, body shapes, and abilities. Some dolls use wheelchairs, hearing aids, or other assistive devices, allowing children with disabilities to see themselves in their toys. This increased representation helps children feel proud of who they are and teaches others to value diversity. Inclusive toys send the message that everyone deserves to be seen and respected. Toys also influence social behavior and values. Many toys teach cooperation, sharing, and teamwork. Board games and group play activities encourage children to interact with others, follow rules, and solve problems together. These experiences reflect cultural values about fairness and community. In some cultures, toys individual achievement and competition, while in others, toys promote cooperation and collective success. For example, in societies where teamwork is highly valued, toys may focus on group problem solving and shared play. In contrast, societies that value independence may create toys that encourage creativity and personal exploration. The way children play with toys often reflects the broader values of the society they live in. Global marketing and consumer culture have also shaped the world of toys. Popular toy brands and characters are recognized across the world, making toys a powerful force in the global economy. Large toy companies invest in advertising that influences what children want and how they play. Special editions, collectible toys, and seasonal releases create excitement and drive consumer demand. This culture of consumerism can have both positive and negative effects. On one hand, popular toys can bring joy and excitement. On the other hand, the constant pressure to buy the latest toy may lead to waste and a focus on materialism. Some people argue that handmade and simple toys encourage creativity and imagination more than mass-produced toys. As concerns about the environment grow, some toy companies are also exploring sustainable materials and eco-friendly designs to reduce waste. In conclusion, toys have a powerful influence on culture and society. They reflect and shape ideas about gender roles, education, cultural identity, and social values. Toys also connect people across the world, sharing stories and experiences between different cultures. As society continues to change, so will the toys that children play with. By understanding the cultural and social impact of toys, we can make thoughtful choices about the toys we create and share with future generations. Whether traditional or modern, simple or advanced, toys will always play a role in shaping how children see themselves and the world around them. The future of toys, trends, innovations, and challenges. As society continues to evolve, so does the world of toys. The toys of the future will likely look very different from those we know today. Advances in technology, changing social values, and new ideas about education are shaping the way toys are designed, produced, and played with. While toys will always bring joy and foster creativity, future toys may also address new challenges and reflect the needs of a rapidly changing world. By understanding the trends and innovations shaping the future of toys, we can imagine how play will continue to impact children's lives and society as a whole. One major trend shaping the future of toys is the increasing use of technology and digital integration. In recent years, we have seen a rise in smart toys that use artificial intelligence, AI machine learning, and interactive features. These toys can talk to children, respond to their questions, and adapt to their preferences. For example, a smart educational toy can adjust its lessons based on a child's learning pace, making the experience personalized and engaging. Virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, are also becoming more common in toys. With a VR headset, children can explore virtual worlds, go on interactive adventures, and learn about history, science, or other subjects in immersive ways. AR toys blend the real world with digital experiences. Imagine pointing a tablet at a toy dinosaur and watching it come to life on the screen. These new technologies open up exciting possibilities for play and education, allowing children to experience things they could only imagine in the past. Another important development in the future of toys is the focus on STEM, education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. As the world becomes more technology-driven, there is a growing demand for toys that teach children these valuable skills. Many toy companies are creating coding kits, robotics sets, and engineering toys that encourage problem-solving and creativity. For example, Children can build and program robots to perform tasks or create their own video games using simple coding platforms. These toys help children develop critical thinking, teamwork, and technical knowledge, preparing them for future careers. This trend reflects the belief that play is not just about fun. It can also be a powerful tool for learning and preparing for the challenges of the modern world. At the same time, the future of toys is becoming more inclusive and diverse. For many years, toys often reflected a narrow view of the world. Dolls and action figures were usually designed with a single body type, skin tone, or ability. Today, there is growing recognition of the importance of representation in toys. Toy companies are creating products that reflect a wider range of identities and experiences. Dolls now come in many skin colors, body shapes, and cultural backgrounds. Some toys represent children with disabilities, such as dolls that use wheelchairs, have hearing aids, or wear prosthetic limbs. These toys help children see themselves in the world of play and teach others to value diversity. Future toys are likely to continue this trend, offering even more inclusive options and celebrating the uniqueness of every child. Another exciting direction for the future of toys is the rise of sustainable and eco-friendly designs. As concerns about climate change and environmental sustainability grow, toy companies are looking for ways to reduce waste and use renewable materials. Traditional plastic toys contribute to pollution and take hundreds of years to break down. In response, some companies are producing toys made from recycled materials, biodegradable plastics, and sustainably sourced wood. There are also new toy designs that encourage environmental awareness. For example, some educational kits teach children about renewable energy by allowing them to build solar-powered devices. Other toys are designed to be repaired or reused rather than thrown away. This movement toward sustainability reflects a larger societal shift toward protecting the environment and teaching future generations to care for the planet. The future of toys will also be shaped by changes in how children play and interact. In the past, play was often physical and face-to-face. Children would gather to play board games, build forts, or share toys. While these activities are still popular, digital technology is changing how children connect. Online multiplayer games allow children to play with friends around the world, even when they are not in the same place. Media and digital platforms also influence toy trends. When a new toy becomes popular online, it can quickly become a global sensation. Some people worry that too much screen time might reduce physical activity and face-to-face communication. However, others see digital play as an opportunity for children to develop new skills, such as collaboration, creativity, and digital literacy. Future toys will likely continue to balance physical and digital experiences, offering new ways for children to play and connect. Another challenge for the future of toys involves ethical concerns and privacy. As toys become more advanced, they often collect data to personalize the play experience. For example, smart toys may record a child's voice or track their behavior to respond more accurately. While this can create exciting and interactive experiences, it also raises questions about privacy and safety. Parents, educators, and toy manufacturers must work together to protect children's information and ensure that toys are safe to use. There are also ethical concerns about advertising and consumerism. With the rise of social media, some children are exposed to constant marketing messages about the latest toys. Future toy companies will need to find a balance between creating engaging products and promoting responsible consumer habits. One fascinating possibility for the future of toys is the development of personalized and customizable play experiences. Advances in technology make it possible for children to design and customize their own toys. For example, 3D printing allows children to create unique toys, from action figures to building sets, tailored to their interests. Some toys already allow children to design characters, create stories, and shape their own digital worlds. This trend empowers children to be creators, not just consumers, encouraging imagination and innovation. The future of toys may also return to simple and open-ended play, even as technology advances. Many child development experts emphasize the importance of toys that encourage creativity and unstructured play. Simple toys, like wooden blocks, art supplies, and building kits, allow children to use their imagination in limitless ways. While high-tech toys can be impressive, there will always be a place for toys that allow children to invent their own stories and explore the world around them. In conclusion, the future of toys will be shaped by technology, education, sustainability, inclusivity, and evolving social values. Toys will continue to provide joy, learning, and creativity, but they will also address new challenges and opportunities. As the world changes, toys will adapt to reflect new ways of thinking, playing, and learning. Whether through smart technology, eco-friendly designs, or inclusive representation, the toys of the future will shape how children understand the world and imagine their place in it. Play will always be an essential part of childhood, and the innovations in toys will continue to open new possibilities for future generations.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
A container used to give its shape to something. Mold. Considered valuable by collectors. Collectible. A posable plastic figurine of a character. Action figure. A kind of toy. Yo-yo. An animated television series. SpongeBob SquarePants. A toy set of Lego. Pirates Lego set. A group of similar things that belong together. Set. A fictional superhero team. X-Men. A modeling compound used by children. Play-Doh. A chest filled with valuables. Treasure chest.
Let's try that faster.
A chest filled with valuables. Treasure chest. A fictional superhero team. X-Men. Considered valuable by collectors. Collectible. A container used to give its shape to something. Mold. A modeling compound used by children. Play-Doh. A group of similar things that belong together. Set. An animated television series. SpongeBob SquarePants. A posable plastic figurine of a character. Action figure. A kind of toy. Yo-yo. A toy set of Lego. Pirates Lego set.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Set. The little girls took out their tea set and had a tea party. Set. This Lego set comes with 5 men, a dragon, and 2 horses. Set. Own all 3 sets of exotic toy animals and create your own zoo. Mold. He pressed the Play-Doh into the mold. Mold. She poured the cake batter into the cake mold and then placed it in the oven. Mold. He gently lifted the mold off of the sand and smiled at the sandcastle he had made. Collectible. I keep this doll on the shelf in its original box because it is a collectible doll. Collectible. I have a lot of collectible items, such as baseball cards and model airplanes. Collectible. Every year for my birthday, my uncle gives me a collectible coin. Action figure. This action figure can shoot a laser from its arm. Action figure. My sister has several Toy Story action figures. Action figure. The actress thought it was weird to see her face on her character's action figure. Yo-yo. This guy in my school does crazy tricks with his yo-yo during recess. Yo-yo. She looped the string around her finger, threw the yo-yo, grabbed the string several times, and performed a trick. Yo-yo. The only thing I know how to do with a yo-yo is how to throw it.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. See you next time.